Welcome to Splatalot!
The magical and mysterious kingdom that invites 10 brave young warriors to go head-to-head with those deplorable defenders as they compete to capture the much-treasured Splatalot crown.
Splatmen!
Can the defenders keep the castle safe from the attackers, or will our young warriors ultimately find a true champion to rule this messy kingdom?
One thing's for certain, there will be tumbling, tilting, teetering, and above all, splatting! Hello, I'm Nick, he's Dom.
And this is Splatalot, the kingdom that never tidies up after itself.
Well, I suppose there's no point, really, is there? It's just one Splatfest after another round here.
Yeah, but with good reason. It's all with one goal in mind, to find a new champion to rule the kingdom.
However, that goal is achieved in a rather splendid and unusual way.
3 challenges await our 10 attackers. All of them must cross the moat, but only the 6th fastest will attempt to ditch the dungeon. Then the 4 who survive that will compete in our final for the chance to claim the much-treasured Splatalot crown.
So, just pass those teeny little tests, and that shiny new headgear is yours.
Yeah, I think it's a tad harder than that. Let's look at round 1 again. The attackers are flung from the splatterpult.
No problem.
Then it's up the slippery slope, across the rolling maze, and down the impossible incline. But beware the splacken.
Easy peasy.
Then it's the beastly battle axes, the bridge of disaster, and finally the wavering warhead.
Lemon squeezy.
Okay then, all right, get your lemon sucking face ready, because it's time to meet the sharp-tongued and ever so bitter defenders.
Ah, yes, they're certainly not to everyone's taste. In round 1, we have the unsweetened Scab! See what I mean? He's joined by Vane, who's full of artificial flavours. And finally, Kookaburra, who can be tasteless at the best of times. All aboard the big train.
I picture you more of like a school bus.
Oh dear, let's transport ourselves quickly away to the moat. Scab's on the Splatzuka, Vane's guarding the battle axes, and Kook is... he's picking his nose.
Moving on, here's our first attacker.
Never mind! It's water!
Yes, Cashmeira, and plenty of it.
Pizza, passa, poo, and Cashmeira, who can burp on demand, gets us off to a very splatty start indeed.
Up the slippery slope now. Oh, but as you can see, it's called that for a reason.
I'm demanding that you burp, now!
Burp!
That's clever.
Yes, but Cashmeira isn't so clever on the mace.
The best plan is always to head straight across it, not to hang on to it.
Excuse me!
How rude.
You can burp on command? So can I.
Oh, great.
Come on. Oh, meatballs.
Disgusting. Well, I have to say, this round is going downhill very fast.
Just like Cashmeira, Wattle Bottle.
Well, she managed the hard bit. She crossed the axes really well, but failed to put on the brakes, and down she went.
Onto the bridge now. She's avoided the splacken. Oh, but can't avoid slipping.
Maybe she was trying to find the gold at the foot of that rainbow.
Yeah, well, she needs to concentrate on the crown at the end of the tournament first.
Onto the warhead now, but that shower will make it wet underfoot.
Oh, that was close, but she does indeed slip and slide into the sploosh.
But she eventually reaches the platform with a time of 6:18.
Here's Alexa.
I'm gonna rock this castle!
There's only one thing to say to that, bulging baboon.
Alexa can cope with moat water, but she's less happy about spiders.
That gives me an idea. Look out, Alexa! It's Spider Splacken!
I think she's an incy-wincy bit more bothered about the mace roll.
Yes, the Splacken doesn't get her, but the rolling mace does. It's proving to be a very tricky obstacle today. Splacken!
Ooh, that was close, but she gets splattered anyway.
Yes, Alexa sensed danger, but couldn't avoid another drenching.
However, she finishes in a respectable time of 5:23.
Jasmine!
Jasmine? That's her battle cry.
Well, her friends say she's a diva, so I suppose being self-promotional comes easy.
Unlike crossing the mace roll, wiggy flute!
And once again, another attacker falls foul of the rolling mace.
You know, we already have one diva in this castle, and that's one too many.
I think he's talking about Splacken!
Wow, clever from Scab there. He distracts, and then the splacken splats.
She's fine, though, and finishes in 6:33.
I move like Jagger!
Yes, Brett, and you splat like a rolling stone hurled into the moat.
Oh, we've got a screamer.
What are her moves like on the mace roll? Saboom!
Yes, the magnificent mace manages to keep its perfect record intact.
Brett to the incline, and the splacken's closing in.
Oh, yes! Splacken! You know, the best thing about the Splacken is the noise it makes. Listen. Absolutely marvellous.
Brett now at the wavering warhead, and she makes it. Ooh, a slight stumble, but yes, she's over the finish line.
In 3:06, the fastest time yet.
Here's Travis.
Splatman!
Okay, mate, bring the superhero to life for us.
Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's Splatman.
Go, Splatman! you're our Goggle Crusader.
What's his superpower?
That. Splatting.
Splatting?
Yes, it's what Splatman does best.
Holy mace roll, Splatman.
Splatman avoids his arch enemy, the Splatty Splacken.
But he can't escape the even splattier incline.
Splatman certainly living up to his name.
Travis, do you have a sidekick that can do the course for you?
Travis does complete the course, but that time of 11:56 might be the end for our superhero.
Well done, Travis. You are splattastic.
Okay, so we're halfway through round 1. 6 attackers will qualify, and there are 5 more attackers to come.
So let's check out the leaderboard. Brett safely out in front with 306, followed by Alexa, Cashmeira, Jasmine and Travis.
They've done all they can. Now they just have to sit back, chew their fingernails, and watch the next 5 attackers take on the Moat Challenge.
And with the addition of the Splacken, this course has been really tricky today, so the outcome is far from certain.
One thing is for certain, though. Brett, our current leader, is already through, as I shall now demonstrate with this egg box. It represents the 6 places on offer for round 2. And these eggs are the next 5 attackers. They go into the box like this, filling up the 5 spaces and leaving 1 spare space for Brett. And there she is, look. Very happy indeed. You see, even if all the other attackers are faster than her, she'll still qualify in 6th place. OK, put her into the box. Oh, brilliant. Gone and ruined it now, haven't you? Look, she's not even smiling anymore.
Right, whilst we try and put Brett back together, let's check out the leaderboard. Brett, as we've just seen, is through. Next fastest is Alexa, then Cashmeira, Jasmine and Travis.
The defenders are back in position. They've been fairly well behaved so far, but of course that can change in an instant.
Here's our next attacker, Keaton.
You'll never make me splat!
And just to prove you wrong, Drinky Wonk.
Hey, Keaton! Your heroes are your parents. My heroes are your parents, too.
That makes no sense, unless Scab and Keaton are brothers.
I see no obvious resemblance.
Oh, and finally, someone makes it over the mace in one go. Keaton avoids the Splacken and is now safely down the incline.
Oh, what's up, dude?
Keaton clears the first axe and the second, but he's overbalanced and he's down.
Yes, we see this a lot. Too much momentum and you're in the moat.
I heard that you like animals and people. Well, I'm a bit of both, my friend.
Keaton ignores Cook's animal antics. Oh, dear.
He was so busy concentrating on his footwork that he didn't notice the Splacken.
Didn't notice the Splacken? That thing's got its own gravitational pull.
What are you doing? Why have you drawn a big face and a pair of wings on it?
Well, he's not going to miss it now, is he?
Yes, but it looks like something Cook might have dreamt up. Anyway, back to Keaton, who's finished in an amazing 1:45.
Well, he was smiling. Now he's just blue.
Rocking the swag.
Here comes Chris, making steady progress up the slope.
Hey, Chris.
Uncle Foo-Foo!
Oh, fantastic.
Chris loses his footing just at the wrong moment and receives a scab splat.
Now can he clear the mace? Well, he's slipping and sliding, and now he's splatting.
He tried to stay on his feet, but once he grabbed onto the mace, he knew he was moat bound.
Remember, this is all against the clock. Oh, trunk puddle! That won't help.
You did that with such grace and swag.
Well, he may have swagger, but on the incline, he also had a touch too much speed. And that resulted in this impressive splat.
Which looks even more incredible in slow motion.
That time's not too slow, though, so he'll have a good chance of going through.
Ah! Here's Andrew splatterpulting and splatting.
Andrew, what's 3 plus 3 minus 6?
Maths questions at a time like this.
Andrew decides to concentrate on the mace puzzle instead, but like so many others today, he can't solve it.
And we've just heard that 3 plus 3 minus 6 equals nothing.
Yeah, so with nothing to report up here, it's back to the moat.
And Andrew completes his test in 7:42.
Which sadly isn't fast enough to qualify.
This is gonna be splat-tastic!
We certainly hope so, Grace.
Ah, but she's avoided a splat on the incline.
Don't worry, the axes are next and they're always good for splats.
Ram-a-ding-ding!
I was right. Grace can't get past the first axe and bounces her way into the moat.
Yes, that was splattastic in every way.
I should have called you clumsy, not Grace. You're not graceful at all.
Cook can be so cruel at times. Look out for the
Splacken! Yes, the Splacken bridge combo has worked well for the defenders today.
I suppose Grace saw it coming, but what could she do?
She finishes in 7:20, but that's too slow.
Now this is a first, no battle cry from Craig.
But he does give us a little yelp as he heads for the moat.
He makes steady progress on the mace roll, and he's nearly over, but... Oh, falafel wrangler!
So Keaton's the only one who made it across today. The mace roll can be pretty proud of itself.
And Craig can be proud that his splat was worth seeing several times.
He tackles the axes now, but they're having none of it, and donkey swing.
Well, he follows his mace splat with an equally impressive axe splat.
His time, however, isn't impressive, so it's goodbye, Craig.
Shouldn't that be goodbye?
So round 1 is complete. Our 6 survivors are Keaton, Brett, Alexa, Chris, Cashmeira and Jasmine.
They must now face a challenge of a slightly different nature.
It's time to ditch the dungeon.
And in this round, they're no longer against the clock, they're against each other.
So we started with 10, and I've had to say goodbye to 4.
Sadly, Splatman, a.k.a. Travis, was one of them.
Maybe he just got his name wrong. Perhaps he would have done better if he'd called himself something more like running round the moat as quickly as you can without getting splattered at all, man. No.
But now that you mention it, the moat course itself was pretty heroic in its defence of the kingdom. I mean, the Splatmen and Bridge of Disaster made life difficult for the attackers, and the mace roll was particularly effective.
Yeah, they all found the moat challenge very tricky indeed today, with 2 notable exceptions. Brett finished with an impressive time of 3:06, and Keaton's 1:45 is one of the fastest in Splatalot history.
The next round isn't just about speed, though, as all 6 attackers will be battling with each other for just 4 places in the final.
Here's a reminder of the 6 who are going through. We have Alexa, Keaton, Cashmeira, Brett, Jasmine and Chris.
They all still have a chance to rule this kingdom, but before they can dream of competing in the final, they need to escape the very bowels of the castle itself.
Yes, this is Ditch the Dungeon.
The attackers must first escape the stock market. Then once across the splat walk, they can start climbing the loathsome ladder.
Those that make it to the top can claim one of 4 flags, but remember, they'll also have the defenders to contend with.
So with only 4 flags, 2 of the 6 attackers won't survive this tricky round.
And it's about to get even trickier. Bring on the defenders.
I am Thor.
Yes, he is. And here's Mediva, surprisingly quiet today. And finally, Fatale, who's also saying nothing.
I know karate.
I know Taekwondo. I know my foot's gonna be upside your head.
So much better when they don't speak, don't you think?
Here's Alexa in pink, Keaton in orange and blue, Cashmeira in purple, Jasmine in green and yellow, Brett in stripes, and Chris in blue.
Mediva guards the top of the dungeon. Thorn and Fatale take the flanks. Oh, that's clever, isn't it? Oh, careful! And they're off! The attackers rush to the gate, and they're swiftly through.
That's usually the signal for some froth, and Thorn's right on cue.
Yes, let the slipping and sliding commence. Woo! Brett is the first to go.
It's foam time, oh yes.
Jasmine!
Jasmine declines to have a chat with Fatale. I think she's a bit busy right now.
Yes, I think it'd be fair to say she's snowed under.
Mediva bowls a slime ball and splats Jasmine. Oh, Penana! What happened there?
Well, she nudges Keaton, then slides straight into Chris, and almost takes out Brett too.
Amazing how one simple little slip can have such a big impact.
And after all that, Jasmine is back in the moat.
Thanks for coming, you guys. It was fun.
The attackers aren't finished yet, Fatale.
Thorn froths Brett. Mediva slime balls her too, and she's down. Good teamwork from the defenders there. Thorn can't budge Keaton.
But Fatale can certainly budge Chris.
I did good.
Top splatting from Fatale. It was enough to send Chris, Jasmine, and Alexa into the moat.
Stay down.
Mediva targets Cashmeira and splats her. She slips, but not too far.
Here's Brett. She's very near the top.
But Mediva dislodges her with the pokey pike.
I really don't like that kind of defending. It's not nice.
But the defenders aren't meant to be
That
nice.
was fantastic.
Fatale now on the multi-shot splatter batter, and she splatted Jasmine.
Thorn sticks with slime and unsticks Chris.
Nice slide onto the splat walk there.
Keaton's now on the receiving end of the pokey pike, but try as she might, Mediva can't shift him.
Oh, you hold it now. He's so cute. Look at that smile.
Yes, Fatale, but Thorn doesn't do cute, so he just splats Keaton back down the ladder.
And that's quite a journey, which finishes in the Milky Brew.
The attackers, though, just keep coming back up for more.
Fatale doesn't have a problem with that and splats Alexa.
She takes out Jasmine, and they both end up where they started.
Well, it seems to me that the defenders are on top at this stage. They were strong in the first round as well, so they'll be proud of this performance so far.
Now, I'd just like to point out how much we hate saying anything nice about the defenders.
Don't worry, though. I'm sure it won't be long till they do something horrible or stupid. There we go. Sooner than I thought. Thanks, Fatale.
Here comes Keaton.
Thorn spotted him, though, and now he's splatting him.
Then he gets the slope.
Well, he's back where he started, but he's still smiling.
Thorn now turns his slime on Alexa, but somehow she manages to hold on.
However, Mediva chips in again, and that slime ball slime stick double act works one more time.
There's Mediva doing a rather silly dance.
It can only mean one thing. It's time for...
The purple plague.
The Purple Plague! Oh, now it looks like the attackers have thought this through. They've seen the plague and are staying nice and safe down on the splat walk where the plague can't harm them.
Yes, Mediva's messed up here. She wasted a perfectly good plague. Thorn's going to have to work extra hard with the slime now.
The attackers are finally getting somewhere.
Get those boys down, Thorn.
Fatal's worried, and she should be. Chris is nearly there, but Medivh produces the pokey pike, and he's down.
So's Keaton and Jasmine, and this time the plague joins them for the ride.
What a shame, it was all looking so promising.
You know, I've just about had it with Medivh and her pokey pike.
Hey, she's one of the bad guys, remember? She wants you to get all discombobulated.
Yeah, well, she's done a good job. My combobulation is well and truly dissed.
Back to the course, Jasmine slips and takes Cashmeira with her.
After the plague fiasco, I thought the attackers would take control. But it seems this dungeon can't be ditched.
This looks more promising. Oh, but no, this time Thorn sticks his pike in and down go Brett and Alexa.
I think that still leaves Chris up there.
Yes, but Fatal's onto him, and down he goes! Oh, silly goggles!
The defenders are still on top, but Keaton's not beaten.
Fatal tries to hose him down, but no, not this time.
He's there! He's past Medivh, and he's through! Keaton grabs a flag and becomes our first finalist.
Looks like Alexa could be next. She's nearly there.
Here comes Chris too.
Chris, it's ladies' night.
Fatal could be right, as Alexa is the first lady through today.
Oh, but Brett might not be joining her. She slips, and we'll now have to start again.
But she might not have time because the other attackers have nearly finished.
Yes, Jasmine is over. She's our third finalist.
But there's a real race on for the fourth. Ah, Cashmeira just beats Chris to the flag, and he can't believe it.
Access denied, Chris.
But we won't deny Chris his slider's shame. He was so close, but no flag, no final.
And those that do have flags are waving them with pride.
Bad luck, Brett. Your journey to the crown is over.
But for these four, their journey is still very much on track.
So, confirmation on our leaderboard that today's finalists are Alexa, Keaton, Jasmine, and Cashmeira.
Well, that round had everything. Good defending, bad defending, and such determination from the attackers who just never gave up.
Plus, we had that close call for the final spot. Chris just missed out to Cashmeira, who is one of the 3 girls in the final.
Yes, but little Keaton,
Who hasn't been beaten.
might spoil their party.
So, the odds are stacked in favour of a queen today, but nothing is guaranteed in this kingdom other than the promise of some serious splatting. To provide you with a more informed view of today's attackers, we've gone to great lengths investing in the latest technology. After trying many methods, we can safely say that the most reliable way to predict the outcome of the final is to ask him to put this on there. Go on, Splat Stats.
After 2 rounds, Cashmeira and Jasmine have very similar records. Alexa has done well, posting a 3rd and 2nd place, but the outright favourite is Keaton, who has won both the Moat Challenge and ditched the dungeon.
Interesting. I'm sure the girls will have something to say about that. Here's a reminder of today's finalists in action.
We have Alexa, Keaton, Cashmeira, and Jasmine.
Awaiting them in the final will be all 6 of the defenders.
They've done well so far today, but they know it's the next round that really counts.
Here's the course. The attackers start with a trip to the Diamaya and the barrier of all barriers.
They then have to cross the terrifying T's, leap onto the scary go-round, climb over the annihilating arm, and land on the gruesome twosome.
The clobbering cannons are next, but remember there are splatazookas everywhere. Then it's down the royal ramps and up the rock wall.
Where the Splatalot crown awaits.
The defenders are in position. They're all looking focused, even Scab and Medivh, although Coop doesn't seem too happy with the Equalizer.
The attackers also look ready. Alexa's in pink, Cashmeira's in purple, Jasmine's in green and yellow, and Keaton's in blue and orange. And they're off. First stop, the Diamaya.
Oh, and Jasmine is the first to fall foul of the foul water.
Now, this is interesting. The girls are helping each other over the barrier. Cashmeira's first, then it's Jasmine.
Ah, that's so nice. They're even helping Keaton.
Oh, and then they let him drop in the biggleboo. Jasmine takes on the tees. This is looking good.
Oh, Flocky Tutu!
Well, she was concentrating so hard she didn't see the water blast.
Keaton now makes his first tentative steps.
Ladies first, Keaton. Shocking.
Keaton ignores her and he proceeds to cross the tees with relative ease.
Chivalry is death.
Manky Spuds! I think Cashmeira might agree after that splat from Vane.
Well, he's not here to make friends.
That's for sure.
There's Keaton with that winning smile of his.
I would imagine he'll keep smiling if he stays in the lead.
The girls are at the tees, but he's now at the annihilating arm.
Alexa tries to crawl her way over. Seems to be working.
Meanwhile, Keaton has cleared the arm and is heading for the gruesome twosome.
Cashmeira makes it onto the tees and bumps into Alexa. They both survive, but now Jasmine decides to join the tea party.
Alexa helps out by making it safely over.
Cashmeira's not so lucky, though.
Back to Keaton. He's about to make his big leap. And he lands.
Fantastic. Keaton really is unstoppable right now.
Steady. The final's not over yet.
Back to the tees. Jasmine makes it, but now needs to play catch-up.
I'm your friendly neighborhood dog.
He's no friend of Keaton's, because now the poor lad will have to make that leap again.
Here's Cashmeira clearing the tees.
You know what? I'm so proud of Cashmeira.
I'm kind of more like a Lycra kind of guy, something more form-fitting, you know?
Ooh.
That's a lot of form to fit, Vane.
Back to the action. Keaton leaps again, but this time he can't hold on.
Oh, you've got to feel sorry for him. His earlier attempt was textbook.
Yes, but then Thorn splattered him. Rules is rules.
That's truth, justice, and the Splatalot way.
Harsh but fair from Thorn.
Now, all this means the girls could catch Keaton up.
Cashmeira deals with the water blast and heads for the arm.
The defenders tried to splatter, but she's made it and clings on.
Luke spotted someone.
I think it's Alexa, but she hides under the arm and then picks up Cashmeira on the way.
Well, how nice. And look, they've even got time for a lovely chat, despite the defenders pelting them with goo grenades.
Jasmine's now at the arm. The other two are fast approaching, but disaster is averted.
Keaton's still out in front. Oh, wrong auntie.
Yes, the problem with being in the lead is that you're usually the first to be clobbered by the cannons.
The girls finally go their separate ways. Cashmeira's already cleared the arm, so she's heading for the gruesome twosome.
Billy Bongos! Nearly Cashmeira, but not near enough.
Jasmine leaps now, and yes! She just about hangs on.
This race is now wide open.
Cashmeira approaches the very tricky cannons. Scab seems distracted, though. And unbelievably, Cashmeira makes it through.
Madiva eventually tried slamming her, but why didn't she use the cannons? And what was Scab up to?
Well, I'm sure the other defenders will be pretty disappointed with both of them.
Cashmeira far from disappointed. She's onto the royal ramps.
Keaton tries the cannons again, and this time they work perfectly.
His final has really taken a dive.
Cashmeira leaps. She's onto the wall. The defenders need to act quickly.
Stop winning!
It might take a little more than shouting, Cook.
Looks like Scab's trying to make up for his earlier mistake.
But he's too late. Cashmeira is over.
She takes the crown. It's official. We have ourselves a new queen.
The defenders look deflated in defeat.
Scab and Madiva just look ashamed.
At least the other attackers can now catch their breath.
I am the queen of Splatalot!
Our new ruler seems pretty exhausted too.
So, congratulations to Queen Cashmeira.
And commiserations to the other attackers, especially Keaton, who had a great last round.
I'm sure the defenders will want a word with Madiva and Scab after that final.
I mean, to be fair, the odd error adds to the whole fun.
Yes, from tiny acorn mistakes grow giant oaks of splatterness.
Is that your ham-fisted way of saying it's time for Splatter the Day?
Yes, please. And it comes from unbeaten Keaton, who was a great attacker with a winning smile and winning ways. Don't forget he won the first 2 challenges, but he did come second best to the mighty Splatken in round 1.
Back to Queen Cashmeira and her journey to the crown. She splattered her way through the first 2 rounds, and although the final was tough, she never looked like giving up.
She greeted every splat like a long-lost friend, and then scaled the heights to become our new ruler.
So let's head back to the castle to hear from the lady herself.
My first act as Queen of Splatalot, I will have one of you thrown into the moat. I wish it could be all of you, but today it will be you, Madiva.
Well, that's gone down pretty well.
Yes, the other defenders seem pretty happy with that, although they're probably just relieved they weren't chosen.
What a fantastic tournament. I mean, we've had 3 dramatic rounds full of mess, mirth and mayhem.
We've crowned a new queen to rule this majestic land.
And Madiva's about to get soaked. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that, does it?
Yeah, we'll have plenty more splatty action for you soon, but for now, we'll leave you with the Splatterpult ceremony. Take it away, Madiva.
That's all for now. So until next time,
Keep splatting.
Now you